Greetings, session heads, and welcome to another episode of Colorado Sessions. I recently had the privilege of performing at Cabin Creek Brewing in Georgetown, Colorado, and today I'm going to tell you 6 reasons that you should head up there into the mountains and check out this wonderful Colorado craft brewery. Number 6. The number 6 reason that you should head up to Georgetown and check out Cabin Creek Brewing is the lake. So the Georgetown Lake is a very prominent feature of the town of Georgetown. In fact, a lot of the activities in the town center around the lake. In the summer, they have lots of water sports, and you can actually rent paddle boards right at Cabin Creek Brewing. It's incredible. In the winter, the lake freezes over, and they have ice fishing, and they have ice racing, where people drive their cars and race on the lake. And near and dear to my heart, Cabin Creek Brewing hosts a pond hockey tournament. This is a very well-known and beloved tournament in Colorado, and teams come from all over to play a good old-fashioned game of hockey right there on the frozen lake. And if you look at a map where Cabin Creek Brewing is, it is right on the lake. So it is a great location to be if you want to enjoy the lake. So head on up to Georgetown, head on over to Cabin Creek Brewing for a pint, and while you're there, grab a paddleboard or strap on some skates and go enjoy the Georgetown Lake. Number 5. The number 5 reason that you should go to Cabin Creek Brewing in Georgetown, Colorado is the Georgetown Loop Railroad. So the Georgetown Loop Railroad is a tourist attraction. It's a little train that you can get on, and it takes you on a loop where you get some great views. You learn a little bit about the history of the area. And the reason that I say it dovetails nicely with a visit to Cabin Creek Brewing is Cabin Creek Brewing is a very family-friendly brewery. So it would be a great afternoon to go hop on board the train, get some fresh air, take in the views, learn a little bit about the mining legacy of the area and the history, and then follow it up with a visit for some beer and food over at Cabin Creek Brewing. Number 4. The number 4 reason that you gotta go over to Cabin Creek Brewing is these two guys. So both times I performed at Cabin Creek, a guy by the name of John Weeks, who's a Denver area musician, has performed the week before me. Now, I did a whole other video about this that you can check out on my YouTube channel, but the point being is that Cabin Creek supports live music. So if you like hearing live music when you're out, Cabin Creek's where you're gonna wanna go in Georgetown. And you have a better chance than not of seeing a Weeks perform. Number 3. The number 3 reason that you should visit Georgetown and Cabin Creek Brewing is the Hops and Holly Beer Festival. Cabin Creek Brewing is responsible for the very first ever beer festival in Georgetown. So Colorado has a large and vibrant craft beer scene. We have lots of beer festivals, some of them rather large. But if you want to see how they do it in an actual Colorado mountain town, this would be the festival for you. You can experience craft beer in a more intimate setting with beautiful views of the surrounding mountains. As the name would imply, it takes place around Christmas, so it's a bit of a holiday affair. They have live music, food, and of course, they showcase lots of craft beer. So if you're a craft beer enthusiast and you're feeling that holiday spirit, put the Hops and Holly Beer Festival on your calendar. Number 2. The number 2 reason to go to Cabin Creek Brewing is this. Nuff said. I was famished after my performance there, and so I had a burger. It was called a cabin-style burger, I believe, and it was amazing. Point is, they have a kitchen and they have a very full menu. So let's see that burger one more time. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Number 1. And the number 1 reason that you've got to get yourself over to Cabin Creek Brewing is the Pounder Pils. As always, I sampled a few of their beers while I was there, and I landed on this Pils as my favorite, which is a little unusual because I think that if they're not done correctly, Pils and lagers and Kolsch's can lack character, but not this beer. This beer had a great taste, and I think it's because it's a Foder beer. Cabin Creek has a few Foder beers there. This is new to me, my first experience with this. It means that it was aged in a Foder barrel, which lends the beer just slight hints of spice and vanilla and wood. It's not overwhelming. It's very subtle, very drinkable. In fact, this paired nicely with my hamburger. Let's see that hamburger again. Yeah. It does go great with food, and if you're wondering why there's firefighters on the label fighting a wildfire, it's because some of the proceeds from this beer go to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation, a cause that is very important here in Colorado, especially in the mountains. So if you buy one of these, you know your money's being put to good use. So order it for the good karma, enjoy it for the taste. Cabin Creek Brewing Pounder Pills. So that's it. The 6 reasons that you should visit Cabin Creek Brewing in Georgetown, Colorado. Georgetown is a wonderful little mountain town, beautiful views of the mountains. It is far enough outside of Denver that you can get away from the city, but close enough that it's very, very reachable. And while you're there, definitely visit Cabin Creek Brewing. I want to thank Cabin Creek Brewing for letting me perform there. We decided to go ahead with the performance despite a spring blizzard that had blown in, and I'm glad we did because the place was packed, everyone was so kind, and I had an absolute blast. I hope to get to play there again sometime. If you want to follow Colorado Sessions online and join me in my adventures to experience Colorado craft beer through the eyes of a musician, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can also find me on the website coloradosessions.com. But until then, here's to Colorado. Drink it all in.